Hello and welcome to Wahey presents The Outside View, co-powered by Swara and Fantasy Akhada. The T20 series of the India Tours of England is done, and now we move on to the longer format, that is the ODI. Mohit Shah joins me again as the expert. Mohit, lots to look forward to for this ODI series, but a lot of talk will be around Jhulan Goswami, who has returned to the ODI setup, and this will be her farewell series, what is being told. It's been a long career, Mohit. She's been here like ever since I started watching cricket. In fact, she started playing for India a couple of years after I was born. So it feels a little different that the Indian team will not have such an experienced pacer of Jhulan. We all know what Jhulan brings to the table, but do you think this would be the last time it presents the Indian team and Harmanpreet Kaur with an opportunity to sort of have her in the dressing room and to help her sort of guide where the Indian pace attack will look forward to going ahead now?
Yeah, I think it's a massive moment in Indian cricket, and I'm just glad that she's getting that farewell because she deserves it. She couldn't play that last match in the World Cup as well. And to be honest, like, she's still one of India's best pacers. We were talking about India missing an X factor in their bowling attack in one of our other shows, and I think she has been that X factor for 2 decades now, like a tall pacer who at her prime bowled really quickly, and then later on like could get really good in swing with the ball, could get the ball to move off the pitch as well. So I think she's been like the standout pacer, not just in the Indian team, but in world cricket for almost 2 decades now, which I think is not easy at all, especially for a pacer. And like you said, like just having Jhulan Goswami in the team generally changes the atmosphere because she's a very positive person who always like motivates everybody else and never really like lets her body language drop. And I think those things really matter, and especially with this young bowling attack like we were talking about, especially the pacers in the Indian team haven't played a lot of ODIs. So just having her around will help them a lot in understanding the conditions more quickly, understanding how to bowl in England, because I think nobody's taken more wickets than Jhulan Goswami against England in ODI. So she's had a lot of success against England in England as well. So I think like just having her will massively lift the confidence of the Indian team, especially considering how they fared in the T20I leg of the series.
Talking about the T20I leg and how England was in that series, they managed to win it 2-1. However, the batting unit that will go to this ODI series is slightly different, especially with Heather Knight and Nat Silver both missing out. It would be a big loss, obviously. But in T20 cricket, you can still get away with a little short of experience because there are young players who are have a more attacking approach, which actually suited for the T20I format. But in ODI cricket, it's more about perseverance. It's more about staying longer, playing that big knock. Tammy Momon will come back. Emma Lamb is also expected to come back. England have not announced their squad as of the time we are shooting this, but they are expected to do it in a while. But these are the players that will come back in. What do you expect their combination to be? And again, I think we posed this question during the T20I series, that is this India's good opportunity to sort of get a series win, which they have not managed in about 2 decades in England. Again, with the ODI series, with the lack of 2 senior pros like Nat Silver and Heather Knight, do you think it's a great opportunity for India to especially sort of get this series done and dusted?
Yeah, I think it is a good opportunity, but I also feel that England are a much stronger ODI side than a T20I side. Like we saw that they gave Australia a really tough fight in the ODI World Cup final, whereas in the Commonwealth Games, they didn't even finish in the medal position. So I think England are a very high quality ODI side, and it's not going to be easy at all for India because even the players that you mentioned, Tammy Beaumont, Emma Lamb, are very high quality, have been in great form of late. So I think the England ODI team is very strong. I think they'll play the same combination more or less in terms of like playing 3 pacers and 2 spinners and 6 top order batters, out of which a couple can bowl as well. So I think 11 that they roll out will have a few changes. Like I think Charlie Dean will be the second spinner, Tammy Beaumont and Emma Lamb will open, and then Sophia Dunkley at 3. Maybe Alice Capsey will now finally get an ODI gig and she'll bat at 4, and then Amy Jones and Danny Wyatt at number 5 and 6. So I think it'll largely be the same. Again, of course, Kate Cross will come back because she's their main pacer in ODIs. So there will be quite a few changes, but I don't see a change in quality as such. So I think it will be really tough for India in the ODIs to like get past England, because especially in home conditions, England are a very good team and they notched really high scores against South Africa, like 300 plus scores in 2 of the 3 games. So I think England are a very formidable team at home.
Now let's just shift the discussion to the Indian side. The T20I series was a little underwhelming for a lot of fans to watch because the batting did not come together in 2 games, which resulted in the series loss. Mohit, what do you expect their combination to be? Because there are quite a few changes. Yastika Bhatia should come into that playing 11 now. We might see Jemima Rodrigues. We don't have a clarity, do we, Mohit? I don't know. You can tell the viewers about that. If she can, she will be making her ODI comeback. Apart from that, there is obviously Jhulan Goswami who comes into the bowling unit. So how do you think the combination will be? And especially who bats where is something that I would be, in fact, interested to see.
Yeah, I think with Richa Ghosh not being a part of the ODI squad, Yastika Bhatia will definitely come in, especially considering the fact that both Hemlata and Meghna didn't perform in the T20I series. So I think, and Yastika, to be fair, has been really good in the ODI format. So I think she'll bat at number 3. And obviously Smriti and Shafali will continue at the top. Like Shafali's form is now starting to become a little worrying, but like I was saying, like she probably just needs the right guidance. It's more a case of getting her in the right mindset and like telling her what is the right way of building an innings, because there's no other problem that I see with her, and she has a lot of match winning potential. So I think that will be the top 3. Harmanpreet Kaur will probably slot in at number 4. I think Harleen Deol will probably come in instead of Hemlata at number 5 because she did well. She played 1 good knock in the Sri Lanka series and didn't get too much opportunity otherwise. And again, she's very good in the field, so can change course of matches with her fielding as well. So I think it will be Harleen Deol at number 5. Then I think they'll have the same 3 all-rounders, Deepti Sharma, Sneh Rana and Pooja Vastrakar, because all 3 of them have done well this year in the ODI format. So that will be number 6 to 8. Then I think Renuka Singh Thakur and Jhulan Goswami will be the 2 pacers, and Rajeshwari Gaikwad I think should definitely come in because I think she's India's leading wicket taker in ODIs this year, and obviously the lead spinner in this format. So I think that is how India will be lining up for the first ODI at least, because I don't think Jemima's still fully fit. Like the last, I know she hadn't travelled to the UK yet, so considering the match starts very soon, I'm not sure if she will be there in time to at least be a part of the first ODI at least.
That's it from our side for the preview of the ODI series. We will be back with the first ODI review when it happens on Sunday. Stay tuned to all the coverage on Women's Cricket Zone about the series. That's it from our side. From Wahey presents The Outside View, co-powered by Swara and Fantasy Akhada.